Well, it's about time I made this video. I don't want to put it off any longer because I think today was just the final straw in all of this. I just have to talk about it. Anyway, before I get on to that, I want to talk about the attention that my last video, not my last video, but my Switch 2 pre-order video got. It's just over 3.7 thousand views, and there's quite a few comments on it, and I never get that kind of attention on a video, and I'm surprised that I did with this one. Anyway, the video of the midnight launch will be on the 5th, of course, of June. And, okay, it's enough talking about that video. So, I recently made a video about a kitten I had got. I ended up naming it Minnie. I just thought it was a really cute name because it was a kitten and it worked as a name. And there was a reason that I got that kitten. My mom wanted to get me that kitten to make up for something, and that's what I'm going to talk about. I've been alluding to it for a long time, ever since the incident back in 2023, because this is when this happened. So, if you didn't know, we've had a rough history with kittens. Pretty much 90%, I'd say, is a good estimate of kittens that we get die. And it's just all of a sudden they get sick out of nowhere and then they die. And unfortunately, that's what happened with Minnie. And this one hurt because it was over 24 hours that she would just lay there and she could barely move. And we just had to watch her, and she was still breathing, but eventually she just couldn't do it anymore. And we had to bury her this morning. And once again, the reason I got this kitten was because it was supposed to make up for something. And now I'm going to talk about that. If you're particularly fond of my videos, which I don't think anyone is, you might have noticed something missing. Something that usually appears every once in a while, but really hasn't. Except for maybe 7 months ago where I uploaded a video, but it was an old video. Anyway, what I'm talking about is my cat Thunderbolt. She hasn't appeared in a long time in a video, and there's a reason for that. And it's part of the what I call the malpractice story that I didn't tell you guys about yet. See, after my aunt and uncle, I don't want to say moved in, but started taking care of us, they expressed their concern with my cats and how they thought if my mom came back, they would make her sick, which I didn't really understand that much. But anyway, my cat was still around until all of a sudden I realized something, and I realized she was missing. Like, I hadn't seen her in a while. And I looked around and I couldn't find her. And after about a week, I really started to get worried. I kept trying to look for her, and then more time went by. I went down to the library. I printed out missing posters, which I actually showed a part of one back in a video. Let me see if I can figure out what video it was. Christmas Eve 2023. Let me see if I can find a timestamp where I showed this. Around 30 seconds, I show a picture of on a paper that says, "Have you seen this cat?" That's pretty much all the poster was. I had a phone number, which I still have the posters, but I can't use them anymore because my phone number changed. And there was one person that called me or texted me, but they found a cat that was dead by the river. Not the river, the creek. But that wasn't her. And unfortunately, she's still missing to this day. I don't know what happened to her. I'd have to believe that either my aunt or uncle were responsible for it, because, they expressed how they didn't care for the cats being there. And that's about it. for this video. I just wanted to explain it. So, if you were wondering why she hadn't appeared in the videos, that's why. And I'm still sad about it. I mean, she was my best friend. I had her for over 7 years, and then all of a sudden she just disappears. Accompanied with everything else that was going on at the time. Yeah. Okay.